popping and going because this is the year of the Giants. For me, personally, I need to catch bigger fish. You know, I've been stuck at 9 pounds for about several weeks. It's lonely, you know, at 9 pounds. So we're gonna bust it open and get things going. We're gonna start off with the Tokyo rig. I haven't thrown that in about 2 months. Since my last video, I haven't thrown that in like 2 months. But Tokyo rig is really nice. The reason why it's so nice because it's weedless. You can throw this thing anywhere. Rocks, grass, and this little thing right here is so special because, you know, there's no hang-ups. The brook goes right through it, comes right through the weeds. And I actually caught a fish on this, a nice pound and some change on this. And basically a swivel with a piece of metal, 2 weights, open knot hook, and the Googan bait. I'm throwing the Googan bait Bandito Bug Pure Passion. So I'm gonna be popping that and serving them up real nice on the Googan baits. Pure Passion Bandito Bug. So we're gonna start off with the Googan and get the Googan going. The fish have been hitting the bank, squeezing the bank a lot. During the wintertime, that is unusual. A lot of places I've fished at, especially here, I've caught a fish that's probably 6 feet away from the bank. That is very, very different. Because fish don't usually hit the bank like this until late spring. You know, they're hitting the bank in like 40-degree water. It's very, very different. Very unusual for a fish to hit the bank like that. So what I'm doing is throwing it to the bottom, letting it sink, giving it 2 light pops, 2 seconds between the drops. Like I said, it's good moving it through the rocks. This place is very, very rocky. A lot of rocks. So it's good with moving through the rocks using a Tokyo rig. Almost got snagged. Can't be letting that happen. Can't be snagging. If you're looking for more informal videos, I would suggest Fluke Master Gene Jensen. I watched nothing but Fluke Master my whole 6 months of fishing. So Gene Jensen is a very good resource to use when you're fishing and learning how to fish. Got a fish. Here it is. Oh, he popped off. Ah! I missed him. like probably 6 feet away from the bank. Pulling that back, it's unusual for fish to be doing that. We're gonna throw at him again and see if we can pop this boy. I'm gonna do some flipping action. Flipping and pitching. Try to get this fish back. Alright, I lost my Tokyo rig, got snagged up in the same spot. So we're going to move right along to something I throwed on like 2 videos ago. It's nothing but as a matter of fact, caught a fish on this. Nothing but an open wide hook, a swivel, and a drop shot. It's meant to look like a fish just nibbling at the bottom and just trying to find some good food. And I'm throwing this a KVD Perfect Plastic Coffee Scented Salt. It's a swim shad. What color is this? Doesn't say the color on here, but it's green and sparkly. Okay. Boom. Try to land that fish like this. What I'm doing is throwing at the bottom, just moving it like I'm moving that same crawl, the same technique, but a little faster. So I'm popping it, but moving it really quick, like a medium fast, like a medium reel. Just popping it, letting it sit for about half a second. Just popping it, popping it, popping it. I gotta check how fast this thing is moving up. I gotta make sure. I try to see how fast it's moving up when I get closer to the bank. See how long I need to let that bait sit before I pop it. So I'm going to take my time and find out what I need to do. Give popsicle because when I'm popping it, it's kind of swirling back down, so that'll be good. The same flow. We're gonna catch a giant today. This bridge, this nice cover here. One more cast and branch out to it this way. Go right into the center. Right along and throw something different. All right, I switched that Tokyo rig. It broke off with a football jig, a heavy-weighted football jig, because the football jig I was using was too light. I'm still throwing the Googan bait Bandito bug, but we're gonna move on to something else. Something I was watching the guy Tyler Real Fishing, and he entered himself into his own little contest on his channel, his chain fluke deal, and what he did was basically catch a fish on the fluke and just add another fluke to it. So I did this with the Zoom 3/8" Z Swim, and it's like a dirty brown color. And what I did was, it's a 2-aught hook. Like I said, you can get these at Bass Pro Shops to save some money. If you're looking to save some money on, and you can't get the weighted stuff, you can buy these in a pack for about $4. And so you got that on another swivel tied to another line, and the same setup. I used this before. It's really, really nice. Real nice movement in the water. And let's see what we can get popping with this bait here. So basically I do it just like I did other baits, throw it to the bottom. But how I do this, I've been doing this for like 4 years. I figured out something with catching fish this kind of way. Sit at the bottom, give it 3 pops, Let it sit for about 3 seconds. 2 pops. Let it sit for about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and then keep doing that all the way in. And then I'll reel. I give it 1, 2, 3 pops. Reel. 1, 2. Reel. 1, 2, 3. If you see in the water, it's like perfect sequence how these fish move in the water like that. But I give about 3 seconds of drop. It all depends on the water. If you're trying to figure it out, depends on the water how fast it drops. That determines how fast you pick that bait back up off the ground when you're popping that bait. So I let that bait just drop onto the bottom. And I just give it some action at the bottom to trigger those fish and say, hey man, what's that moving through the water? To get them to look at it. So I do that basically just to get the fish's attention. And with 2 baits moving through the water like that, it's gonna grab some fish attention, man. Several fish attention. You got something look like 2 fish moving through the water, it's gonna grab those fish attention. All right, we're gonna move right along to this cover right here. Let that thing drop to the bottom. We're gonna dig at the bottom. Let that sink on down to the bottom. Let me check it, make sure no fish hasn't picked it up. All right. Let's see. All right, we're ready to start moving. Now I give it about 2 seconds in that between pops. And I'm doing it real slow. Real slow retrieve. I get close to the bank, I just pop it. Because those fish might be hugging the bank. You never know. So I try to be careful. All right, what are we gonna throw? Let's throw this. Okay, now I'm throwing it to the sun. All right, there we go. Let that sink to the bottom. Get those fish something to look at. See what we can get. Come on, flutter down. Flutter down. All right, here we go. Finish off the popping. It's nice, this water is so calm. Usually when I come out here, the water picks up when I start fishing here. I can't explain that. It's just destiny. We're gonna try just reeling this bait in. See what we can get. See, that fish came back because I did miss and hook him. All right, look at that sequence. so sequential. That sequence is nice. All right, we're gonna move right along to throwing the clutch bait. This bait has brought me so many fish. Just throwing this my first year fishing. This, using a trick worm weighted, has caught me so many fish. So I wanted to save some money, so I'm just using a crappy lure, really heavy weight. Looks like a head rig with hooks sticking out, but I'm throwing, again, Googan baits. As you can tell, I'm down with Googan baits. I like these guys. I've been watching these guys for about 4 years, especially John B. Check my boy John B. out. He's hot, man. He's doing a lot of cool stuff. His videos is really cool, man. Check him out, especially Amazon. The Giant Peacock, check that video out. It's so cool. And also, Never Stop Fishing Tour, check that out. He does a full movie. It's so cool how he does his videos. So I'm throwing Googan baits, Slim Shake, Pure Passion. Yeah, let's get it going. It's clutch time. Worm, do your magic. Do what you do, worm, and catch me some biggin. Let's go. Woo! Come on, worm. Do it, baby. Do what you do. And bring in the clutch. Come on, Googan them. Let's get the Googan going. Let's Googan these fish. Oh no, I'm hung up. Oh, I'm off. I'm off. I almost lost my Googan. I can't lose my Googan, because I gotta have my Googan. Googan, Googan. Drop the Googan. Googan, Googan. Drop the Googan. Hey, drop the Googan. Drop it, drop the Googan. We gonna get Googan on them. It's Googan time. That green worm works really good, man. I caught my biggest smallmouth, a nice 3-pound smallmouth on the same setup. This Googan bait green, that lime green, and I'm hung up again. We're not gonna keep doing that. Googan, drop the Googan, drop the Googan. Googan, drop the Googan, drop the Googan. Drop it, drop the Googan. Googan. What I'm doing, basically let this bait drop to the bottom, giving it very, very light pops, and holding it about 3 seconds at the bottom. The whole time is 3 seconds. Moving it twice. The retrieve is twice. The drop is a couple seconds. I'm moving this bait as lightly as possible. I'm barely moving my rod. This is a clutch bait. You gotta have your worm on, or a drop shot, you know, or a big Senko. Something prefer like a Yamamoto. Dropping one of those, weighted, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have your worm on, man. You gotta have the basic necessities of catching a fish. It's basic. It's where it started at. Catching on a worm. So where the roots are at. I should think that, like, you know, if you're gonna fish, this is when I first start, if you're gonna fish, you know, the one thing that fish are gonna bite is worms. That's what they grew up eating, worms, since they were little babies. They nibbled on worms, so it's a natural type of bait to use. when you're fishing. That's why I learned how to fish, you know. By throwing a worm, I learned how to fish by using a worm. I caught a lot of fish on a worm, trick worm. You know, that's the basics, the ground level of bass fishing, trick worming. We're gonna give this clutch one more chance. Give this bait one more chance to bring home the bass. One more shot with the Googan clutch. Come on, clutch. Last cast. Come on, baby. Bring home the biggin. Gotta get the biggin. Hey, what's up, guys? That one hit off of that Tokyo rig, that was it for today. It was fun being out and doing what I do, and that's catch fish. And with that, I'm closing it down today. And remember, keep it popping.